Mayor, welcome back to the program here. Let's look ahead. 9 World Cup games. Congratulations on that. It's huge for Arlington and all the region as well. But talk to us about what kind of preparations you expect the city is going to have to make over the next year or so, and what kind of costs you think Arlington's going to incur for it.
We don't have all the numbers on what the cost is going to be yet. We certainly expect some help both from the federal and state governments when it comes to this type of stuff. We have a number of issues we're dealing with that includes public safety, first of all. We're going to have hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people coming into Arlington to see these games. We want to make sure that everybody has a wonderful and safe time here in Arlington. That's first and foremost. So the public safety precautions that are going to be taking place and working with Homeland Security, working with our federal and regional partners here are quite extensive.
Is it hiring more officers? Is it getting help from other cities? You're probably going to need, I guess, more than normal, wouldn't you?
We're in the process now of hiring more officers as we speak, and it's not just for the World Cup, but it's to address all of the needs of Arlington here. So we're going to have more officers, but just like when we do the big football games, the World Series and stuff, we have a lot of regional cooperation with our surrounding communities here. We have officers come from all over Tarrant County to help us out with traffic control measures and things such as that. The safety issues are going to be Arlington's priority. It is Arlington's responsibility, being that the stadium is here, and we're going to be taking lead on that.
What else do you think Arlington's going to have to do? I mean, you guys deal with big NFL games all the time. This is 9 of them, 9 Super Bowls, essentially. A lot of eyes will be on Arlington. Any other investments you think the city's going to have to make over the next year?
Yeah, we're going to do a lot of infrastructure and investment. We've already started to move monies around to help better some of the roadways that surround the entertainment district there. Next week on the 13th, we have the ribbon cutting for the new Lowe's Hotel, 888 rooms in Arlington with our new convention center, over 250,000 square foot. So we have more and more hotel space. At the end of this year, we're going to have the Drury Hotel open as well here in Arlington. That's another 250 plus rooms in Arlington. So it's nonstop. This year alone, we're adding over 1,000 rooms to what's available here in Arlington. You also have transportation issues, and that's going to be critical as well. Every city in the Metroplex has systems that gets around the city pretty well, but every city struggles when it comes to regional transportation issues. We have 3 transit authorities in North Texas, and there are a number of non-subscribers like Arlington, Grand Prairie, and others that aren't a part of any of those transit authorities. But the problem is with those transit authorities, there's not a lot of cross-pollination that happens with those. You go to Chicago, Atlanta, LA, New York, that regional area, you can get along around pretty well with the regional transportation authority. In North Texas, we have multiple ones, and they don't always cross-pollinate well. So that's one of the things that we're studying with the Regional Transportation Commission is how can we do that cross-pollination so that all of the authorities are working together to better accommodate our regional needs.
To move people around from city to city to city, as opposed to them using each individual
That
system.
That's correct. We have a great rideshare program here in Arlington with VIA that moves people in a very cost-effective manner, much more efficiently in Arlington than a busing system would or something like that. But in reality, the more important issue is how are we getting people in and out of our city? So we are going to be having, we're working hand in hand with the Regional Transportation Commission, working hand in hand to have buses that run back and forth to Centerport so that we can get people on the T to get to and from the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
How big of a lift is this? It just sounds monumental from what you're talking about here. And secondly, any idea on the cost it's going to incur for the city?
No, I'm going to lie to you if I try to guesstimate the cost right now. So I don't want to do that. It's going to be a substantial lift on that. But let me tell you, this is this is what we were built for here in Arlington. We're accustomed to doing three back-to-back Taylor Swift concerts with 100,000 people at each one. We're accustomed to doing the two-night WWE event with 200,000 people showing up there. We've done the Super Bowl. We've done the World Series. Lord, we just did a World Series parade with hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people that showed up. And the parade went off without a hitch. It was a phenomenal event. So this is what we're built for, and we're ready for it.
Mayor, FIFA, of course, selected New York over Arlington for the World Cup final, which is the big kahuna there. Do you think that Arlington and DFW could have done anything differently to make the offer here more attractive?
Not in the least. Let me tell you, our host committee here in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Arlington area has done a phenomenal job. This has been a regional effort with Dallas, Arlington, Fort Worth, Frisco, all of the local communities pitching in together and making an effort to get the final game here, get as many games as we can here. We didn't get the final game, but we got a semi. We got 9 games, more than any other city in North America. If that doesn't tell people what FIFA thought about our local host committee's effort, I don't know what does. That is a win.
Would you trade 9 games for the final?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, there's a little bit sense of pride, but let me tell you, that ninth game is going to bring a lot of money to this region here. There's going to be a lot of people coming in for that ninth game that we otherwise wouldn't have had. So it's a coin toss, and what's the old saying? Don't look a gift horse in the face. We're going to take it and run with it.
Mayor, there's always a lot of talk about the state's conservative politics and whether that influences anything. Do you think that might have played any role at all in FIFA's decision?
I don't know. I don't know if it did or not, to be candid with you. We're competing against New York, and New York is the cultural capital of the world when it comes to everything. But you're going to be hard pressed to find a more welcoming community than the community here in North Texas. And I think FIFA was impressed with what we had to offer. How they necessarily came about their decision, I don't know yet. I haven't had a chance to get the feedback yet. I haven't talked to the host committee about what they've heard from FIFA. I'm going to be anxious to hear, to see if there's anything we can do differently in the future. But I think they were very impressed with what we have to offer, and that's how we ended up with 9 games and a semifinal.
Last question for you, Mayor. I see we're just days away from the new convention center opening. Is that still on track? Everything's still going for that?
Yes, sir. It's on track. We're going to do the ribbon cutting on the 13th. I just went through the hotel, the convention center space, and everything again yesterday. There is nothing like it. We will have the largest ballroom in Texas here in Arlington at that convention center. Just absolutely phenomenal. The ballroom alone is over 51,000 square foot, and it is
Wow.
one of the most spectacular things you'll ever see.
Wow, incredible. Mayor, congratulations on the FIFA games. I know we'll be talking to you in the next year or so as this all starts to ramp up and spin up here.
Thank you. Take care now. Have a great time.